So you've done it. You absolutely crushed the interviews, you got the job offer, and you've accepted. You're feeling great. And then, an email lands in your inbox. Subject line, background verification. And just like that, this wave of anxiety washes over you. What are they looking for? Oh man, what if I got a date wrong on my resume? It's a feeling a lot of us know, and it's pretty stressful.
And you know what? That anxiety, it isn't just in your head. A survey from 2023 found that a massive 86% of Indian applicants had discrepancies pop up during their employment screenings. 86%. In a job market this competitive, that number really shows you why the stakes feel so incredibly high.
Okay, so let's get right into it. What is this whole BGV thing, and do you really need to be losing sleep over it? My goal here is to pull back the curtain on the entire process. We're going to demystify what's actually going on so you can swap that anxiety for some real confidence. First step, let's change how we think about this. A background check, it's not an interrogation. It's not designed to trip you up. Really, you should think of it as just a final verification step. The company just wants to confirm all the awesome things you already told them about yourself.
At its core, BGV is just that, a process. They're making sure the details on your resume line up. Your identity, your education, your work history. Is it all accurate? It's really about building that foundation of trust between you and your new company. So in India, especially for the big IT and service companies, it almost always boils down to these 5 things. They're going to check your ID, confirm your address, make sure your degree is legit, verify your past jobs, and do a quick criminal records check. It's pretty much a standard package, and it's all about making sure the workplace is safe and trustworthy for everyone.
Okay, pay close attention to this slide, because this is where we separate the real deal breakers from the stuff people worry about for no reason. Companies are looking for honesty, not for a perfect, flawless record. Lying about a degree or hiding a criminal past, yeah, that's a huge red flag, as you can see on the left. But a low GPA from 10 years ago, honestly, nobody cares. Employment gaps where you took time off, that's just part of your story. It's not a BGV fail.
So let's really dig into that idea and bust some of the biggest myths out there. We're going to separate the actual red flags from those tiny, correctable mistakes that keep people staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m.
Let's be perfectly clear on this one. BGV is not a police interrogation. Not even close. Imagine you're joining a big tech firm in Hyderabad. They aren't going to haul you into a dark room with a single light bulb. It's a standard, often automated process that's usually handled by a totally separate company. It's just paperwork and database checks. It's routine. Okay, here's a super common scenario. Let's say you wrote on your resume you left a job in May, but your official last day was actually April 28th. Is the offer gone? No way. HR and the BGV vendors see this kind of stuff constantly. They're looking for someone trying to hide a 6-month gap, not an honest mistake of a few weeks. There's a big difference. And this all leads us to a really important rule for getting through this whole process. It's not about having a perfect career with no bumps in the road. It's all about being consistent. Does your resume match your documents? Does your LinkedIn profile tell the same basic story? That consistency is what builds trust. But what if something does get flagged? Well, this isn't the end of the line. Not at all. In fact, it's the start of a formal process where you actually have the power and the right to explain yourself and set the record straight. Let's be real about the consequences here. Yes, a serious, deliberate lie can get an offer pulled. It happens. But, and this is the most important part, for most little things, the company is actually required to give you a chance to explain your side of the story. And there's a clear, structured process for this. First, you'll get a formal notice. It's not just a random call. Then, you'll actually get a copy of the report so you can see exactly what the issue is. And finally, you have a window of time, usually about 5 business days, to give them documents or an explanation to clear it all up. You are not left in the dark here. So what's the big takeaway here? Your enemy is silence. An honest, clear explanation for a gap on your resume or a date that's slightly off almost always solves the problem. It's when you try to hide it that a tiny slip-up can turn into a major problem. All right, let's bring this all home now. If you only remember one thing from this entire explainer, I want it to be this. This is the core idea that will let you navigate BGV with zero stress. I know we said this before, but it's so important we're calling it the golden rule. Say it with me. Consistency beats perfection. It isn't about having the perfect career. It's about presenting the career you do have honestly and consistently. Your resume, your documents, your online profiles, they should all sing the same song. That is the absolute key. So here is your action plan. Go double-check your resume for exact dates. Get all your documents in one place, ready to go, and if there's anything you think might be confusing, just be upfront with the recruiter. But here it is, the single best tip I can give you. Think about running a background check on yourself. For a small fee, you can see exactly what an employer is going to see. This gives you the power to fix any mistakes or prepare explanations long before it ever becomes a problem. It's truly the best way to walk into any BGV process with total, complete confidence.